finding the water.
Oh yeah. So all of the bottom seats,
Okay.
like literally covered, even where the driver's seat is.
Yeah.
There was fungus and stuff on
yeah.
here. Underneath here, you can have it.
Yeah, a little bit of mould and stuff.
Mould and
Yeah, you can see that.
and even on the seat as well.
And you said electrical problems as well?
So the beat's not working, the airbag is switched off.
Okay.
And I don't know what else is on it, I'll be honest. And then I'll just show you the back bit as well. There was like fungus growing on here, on the sides here as well. Basically the whole car just, I can't have my 3 kids in there.
Okay, that's fair.
Did you say about the roof as well?
So basically we were researching and apparently they say that sometimes the constriction of the pipes or something on top of the roof can kind of like get the water through, but I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. Have you seen it sort of like dripping from anywhere at all? Is it just sort of building up and it's...
Do you know what? I see a little bit of a drip from here. Let me show you.
Yeah.
From here, like you come down here.
Yeah,
okay.
Drip, but I'm not too sure where it's actually coming from.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
No, they're fine.
Doors and windows all lock and go up?
Yes, that's fine.
All work all right, nothing like that, nothing particularly problem. Okay. Have you taken it anywhere else to have it looked at or worked on? No, we're
You guys, because
straight
we
to
just
us.
trust you guys because we've heard quite good reviews.
No, perfect. Good to hear. That's fine. Apart
We've
from
had
obviously-
a VW Tiguan come in today for a suspected water leak. So as we can see here, we've got soaking wet floors. You can see underneath my thumb edge the glistening from the water. So that's happening in both fronts and rears. We've also noticed obviously the mould patches just on the back here. Quite a lot of debris in here and everything, but the mould is the main issues that we're foreseeing. So we've done all of our tests, and what I'll do now is just show you everything that we found. So to start with, we've got this front door membrane here just on the passenger side. So behind this panel there are just membranes, and they are prone to leaking on these models. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly tip a bit of water down the window here. So that's just on the outside that I'm doing that. And then what should happen is it should just come through those bits there, but as you can see, you have got a trickle coming from underneath the plastic there. So what that does is when the door's closed, it's coming through that plastic and then coming into the footwell. Usually it's supposed to just come out of those bottom bits down here, which makes the water go outside the vehicle, but coming from this area here, it does enter the vehicle. So what we're going to estimate to do is change all of the door membranes. So although currently we have found just this one that's leaking, the likelihood is that the other 3 will go. So we are going to suggest that we do all 4 membranes, just so then they're all brand new for you, and you won't have any chance of those leaking in the near future. So it will just make them more secure for yourself. Also what we've found is, so like you had said previously, you mentioned the sunroof pipes, and we can confirm that they are either blocked up or leaking themselves. So what we're also going to suggest to do is just change those completely for you. So you've got 2 at the front and 2 at the rear. So what we would do is just remove the arches down this side on both sides, and take out the old pipes. We'd also do that at the back of the vehicle, so we would remove the head, just the roof lining here, and then we would fit new thicker pipes, so more water is able to get through them, less likely for them to be blocked. And it will just sort of make sure that no more water is coming in. So what I'll show you here is you can see all of that water there. That is just a lot of condensation there. And then the red pipe up there is where the water is coming through, but where it's getting blocked up, it is backtracking itself and just sort of overflowing into the upper roof here, and then sort of leaking into the car, which is what's causing the mold. So that's everything. So it's just the the membranes and the sunroof pipes, so we'll put an estimate together for that. What we're also going to do is we're going to remove all the seats to ensure that we can dry all underneath the carpets and everything, just because they're quite thick underlays, so these won't dry by themselves, so that will need a couple of nights or so. Excuse me, a couple of nights or so just to dry that out for you. And then we're also going to add to the estimate an interior clean. Although we have fogged the car with an antimicrobial, there is still signs of mold. So as you can see, all on the seat belt and on the seats. So although the antimicrobial does kill the bacteria, it is still shown in the vehicle. It doesn't get rid of the actual visual side of it, so we will recommend that we give that a nice deep clean for you, just to make sure that the car is all nice and clean and there is no leftover mold in there. So we've taken the car apart now, and as you can see here, these are the sunroof pipes for the rear. What's actually happened is that they've shrunk over time, so this bottom part here is supposed to just slot into a hole there, which then exits the vehicle, but as they've shrunk, they've actually popped out, and it's no longer actually exiting the vehicle, and it's all just sort of pouring into. So what I'll do is I'll show you over here. So my colleague just lifted up the mats here, and you can see all of this water in here. There you go, quite a big puddle in there, so that is actually like that on both sides. So yes, that's gonna be probably a main reason why your airbag lights are on, possibly why your horn isn't working, so it's obviously affected the electrics. But yeah, so that's all quite thick underlay there. You can sort of see it's absolutely soaked. But yeah, so we're gonna be replacing the sunroof pipes at the back, just to make sure that they're all fitted nicely, and so the water exits the vehicle. And then we've taken the scuttle area off here, and you can see there's quite a lot of leaves and debris in there. So that also affects the front sunroof pipes and cause blockages, and then all the water to sort of back up and go back into the vehicle. But yeah, so we'll get that all cleared out for you, get the front ones, front sunroof pipes all upgraded, and then yeah, we'll update you from there. Hi there, so just a quick update on your vehicle. So we're still currently just waiting for everything to dry in there. You can see the pipes just in there, just making sure the underlay's dry, so it's still gonna need a few more hours at least on that. But I thought I'd show you the progress on your seats. So as you can see, the one on the left here has just been cleaned, and the one on the right is still yet to be cleaned. But you can see that there is a massive difference in colour and sort of all the patches that are on the one that hasn't been cleaned yet. So what we'll do is we'll clean the back seats as well, and then we'll make sure that once everything's all dry, we'll give the carpets a shampoo, dry it off again, and we'll clean all the interior for you to make sure that's nice and spotless for you. So this is just an update video for you. So this will be the second to last video. It has just had its courtesy wash, and it is now just under our rain arch check. So what this will do is just simulate rainfall. So it will just test all of our repairs just to ensure that everything is all okay and there are no leaks currently into the vehicle. Once this rain arch check is done, we should give the car a nice dry, make sure that it's all dry inside too, and then it will be ready to go home. But we'll update you with a second video after this one, once everything's gone through, and then we'll go from there. So we've got our final video for you now. So the vehicle has had its rain arch check, it's had its courtesy wash, so that's all fine. All of our repairs are holding up. The car inside feels nice and dry. It's all nice and clean as well for you. So yeah, so the car is ready to be picked up now. What we will say is that it does still need to have its real life check. So that's basically just driving the car as normal, parking the car as normal, and just checking those areas that were previously wet, just to make sure that they're staying dry. But yeah, we're happy with all the work that's been done on this car. So yeah, it's cleaned up quite nicely, and it is smelling nice in there now as well.
Amazing.